My name's Rex Roberts. I'm with the VJ Academy, and today we're going to go over transitions in Resolume. Now, transitions are one of those skills that gets overlooked a lot, honestly, but it really does make a big difference in your sets. In this tutorial, we'll go over the basics of transitions as well as how to take effects and make your own custom transitions. We'll show you how to put transitions onto specific clips and even layers. And then at the end of this, I'll go over a free plugin that I'm giving to you guys. It has over 7 different looks, and it allows you to type in your own custom text as well as drop in your own logos to get those really dialed in custom transitions. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, now that we're here in Resolume, let's go to View and Show Transition Controls. Once you turn that on, you'll see over here that we have a column that opens up, and each of these transition controls that you can now see are correlated with the relative layer that they're on. So next is the transition sliders that you can change here. Default, you can choose between immediate, which is 0, all the way up to 10 seconds in a transition. I'll go over how you can customize that and actually use it to your advantage in real time. Now here we can go and change the clip just by hitting this button in itself. This is the displace transition, which is a stock transition in Resolume. And if we go over to transition on the layer panel, you can see here the duration. This is where you can change it to anything you want. Maybe it's a 5-second transition. Just type that in, and as you can see, it's much lower now. And then if you wanted to take that down even more, of course, you can go back to the transition, do 0, and here it will be immediate. So no transition, just immediate jump cut. Below the slider is the blend mode selector. This is where you have access to all the stock transitions as well as some custom plugin transitions. Now for a live performance, I usually use alpha if I just want something that's predictable with a simple crossfader. And let's see what that looks like. So the normal transition like most people are used to. And let's look at a couple others so you get an obvious idea of what we're looking at. Here is push left. And let's look at Jitterbug. And let's see a custom plugin one. This is the one I have included for you guys for free. And as you can see, you can just type custom text in and have it rain down. Now notice up here in the layer, you have a transition tab, and this is where you have access to your blend mode that you can change on the fly. So again, as you can see, there is a ton of different options. I'd recommend going and checking that out. So yeah, you can change it here, or you can go up here and change it as well in your layer. So besides on the layer level, being able to change your transition, you can also do that individually per clip in your clip panel. So if you go to your clip panel, you'll see that there is a transition tab that you can open up. Go here, and here is where you can choose the specific transition blend mode per clip. So let's choose the transitions plugin, and let's test out a different look. Let's go to logo tear. You'll see here we got the VJ Academy logo entered. You can simply load in your own if you want. All right, so we got cube going on, which we have the layer on. Let's see what. All right, now since we clicked on that clip, it used our logo tear. So let's go back one more time. You'll notice that the layer, it defaulted to the cube because this one does not have a specific transition on it. But when you go to this clip, it does. And there's our logo tear. So being able to add in transitions per a clip really gives you that ability to go and customize your different looks, especially if you know that certain clips work great with different transitions. You can really dial in your sets. All right, so those are the basics. If you're brand new here, I'd recommend pausing, open up Resolume, and go play around with what we just learned. Now, for everyone else, let's get into some more advanced techniques. This is going to start to open up some more opportunity to develop your own style if you haven't yet. So another fun concept here is that any effect that you want, you can use it as a custom transition. So let's use mirror quad as an example. I'll throw it in my layer panel. Now, this whole layer right here now has the mirror quad engaged on it. So to make it into a custom transition, what I can do is hit the cog wheel here, go to transition phase, and let's check it out. So it goes from 0 to 100 and implements the mirror quad. What I normally like to do is hit invert, and let's check it out now. So one more time, it starts at 100 and then goes to 0, you'll notice. So another way that you can spice this up a little bit is let's put an envelope on it. Now what we can do is let's drag this down all the way. Let's double click and add a new spot. We move that up. Let's double click again, add a new spot. Now let's test it. And as you see, it ramps up, plateaus, and ramps down one more time. And it makes for a much smoother transition. So definitely worth going in here and adding in an envelope. There's a bunch of presets you can add in to test different things quickly. And it just adds a lot of customization to your transitions. Now, this works with any effect. So would highly encourage you to go and look at all the different effects, and basically anything with a parameter, you're going to be able to add in your own custom transition. So something else to keep in mind is whenever we have a effect as a custom transition setup, we can also combo that with a transition down here. So let's put this on displace. And now we got displace with mirror quad on the transition. And you can see those acting in tandem now. So besides these two working together, you also have a host of other effects that you can continue to add on. Go to the cogwheel, turn all of those different effects. They all have parameters. You can change those to transition phases. So you can stack multiple effect transition phases with different transitions over here as well. So it really just adds for endless combinations that you can do. Now, what I would recommend to do, and what I have set up for my live performance show file, is go into shortcuts, hit edit MIDI, and you can see here that I have my MIDI mapped to the transition timer. It's all on one knob. So I go and map each one of those out, and I'll show you why. So if I change this one knob, I can change all the transition times at once. And as you can see here, the duration is moving in real time as I'm moving the knob. All right, now let me show you why that's helpful. Let's say we got this clip playing and we catch a cue that we feel like the song is ending or we're going into the next song. So we either hit the next video and then we realize it and we're like, oh no, okay, well, you can switch back actually, just like that. Now what I did was when I realized you can see over here, I'll do it one more time. So let's say that I swap the clip, I realize it, I crank up the transition to buy myself some time, and then you can click back on the original clip. Leaves you a lot of flexibility in the moment. That way, if you hit the transition too early or even the transition from one song to the next is really drawn out, that allows you to match the same tempo with your visual. Now, if you're not sure how to MIDI map just yet, that's fine. Just stick with this beginner course, and we got a tutorial specifically on that coming up soon. All right, now to end this tutorial, I'm going to do some rapid fire examples to show you your new plugin that you have available in your arsenal. So let's check out these transitions. You got the custom text that wipes across the screen. You got the logos. You can see here the look. So if you want to try and repeat this, you got all your different looks here. I'm basically just going through a bunch of examples to showcase you all these different. This could be 5 different plugins, to be honest, but I felt it easy enough to throw you guys a bunch of looks in one. And you got the liquid wipe here. We got the iris zoom, data mosh blocks. And again, you can go adjust the size and intensity feather. So like these are just how I have them dialed in, how I like, but there's a lot of customization options. That's the RGB shatter. And then we got pixel sort strips. So again, you can combo these transitions with all your different effects as well. So it's definitely time to get in the lab and start experimenting, see what you can come up with comboing different things and just testing different parameters. All right, so that's transitions. You got the basics, the advanced stuff, and even a free plugin to take with you. Now to grab that, hop in the VJ Academy. It is included in the week free trial, so you can check out the community, and there's a ton of other assets in there to grab as well. So if you got any questions, drop them in the comments below. And thanks for sticking with us. We got a few more videos left in this beginner course, as well as a bunch of other stuff coming down the pipeline. So thanks a lot. We'll talk to you guys soon.